One, Akira Toriyama passed away recently, creator of Dragon Ball, Dragon Quest, or Art for Dragon Quest, Dr. Slump, an incredible creator, a monumental person in the comic book world. I think there isn't a comic book reader today that hasn't read something or hasn't directly been inspired by Dragon Ball. An incredible mind, and honestly, like, it's an unbelievable loss. I usually do not get like torn up by celebrity deaths because it's, they're people and things happen in life. For some reason, this one like hit me particularly hard. I think one of the things that really rocked me was that it seemed like this was very sudden, and the folks over at Shonen Jump, or I think that maybe represent their Akira Toriyama's estate, were like, yeah, he was still working on things. There were things in progress. We had plans to do stuff, and it's really just devastating to see this humongous person in the comic book world lost. But life happens, and that is just what happens. I don't know, Danny. I don't know Brian, if you guys had anything to say before we move on. I was devastated this week.
Yeah, same. I'm same here, Mike. I mean, I was looking back when I heard the news. I started thinking, and Dragon Ball is the franchise that I've been a fan of the longest and still ongoing. Like where I'm still actively seeking out content.
Yeah.
So it was. I mean, it shaped kind of like my fandom for better or worse.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I remember getting back home from school and trying to do my homework very quickly so I could watch Dragon Ball
Hmm.
before dinner. So yeah, for sure, Akira Toriyama, he's meant a lot to a lot of people, and including myself. So it was lovely to see the outpour of like, especially like comic creators, like
Hmm.
how much influence, and then them showing a little bit of their work and how it was influenced by Toriyama. So
Yeah.
his legacy will live on, but for sure, our heart goes out to the family and the loved ones in this moment.
Hmm.
So it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely one of my first nerd properties as well. I remember running around the elementary school playground with my friend. My friend had these Iron Man action figures that
Hmm.
we just pretended were Dragon Ball characters. Like that's how big it was in our
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, I think one of the first anime that I actually sat down to watch as a little kid. I think one of my first screen names on AOL Instant Messenger was like Super Saiyan something, like 5 or 6 numbers that were somehow important to Dragon Ball. It was ridiculous. Yeah, Dragon Ball has been a part of my life since I can remember, like in and out, and obviously it's made a huge impact, I think, on most of the folks here on the show. And like I said, it's a huge impact on just the comic book industry. So massive loss, but like Danny said, hearts go out to the family and the everyone else over there who's dealing with this massive loss. But